Hey guys, it's time for our whole group reading lesson. Yesterday we read the book The Lion and the Mouse, and it had some words in it that we may not be familiar with, or we may have heard the word, but we really just don't know what the meaning of it is. One of the words is jungle. A jungle is a place with tall trees and many animals, and it is usually warm and wet. Jungle begins with the J sound. That's the word jungle. And our book takes place in the jungle. There were a lot of tall trees and there were a lot of animals in this book. So we know that takes place in the jungle. Another word was beast. Remember, the lion is in the book and they consider him king of the beast. A beast begins with a B sound. Beast is an animal with 4 feet. Does a lion have 4 feet? Yes, therefore it's a beast. Does a mouse have 4 feet? Yeah, he's a beast. That's why they say the lion is the king of the beast, because there are other beasts. He's not the only beast. There's a lot of other animals that have 4 feet in the jungle, and he just happens to be one of them. What about people? Are we beasts? Do we have 4 feet? No, we only have 2 feet, so we're not beasts. We're humans. When we listen to our video today, listen for the word jungle and listen for the word beast. If you hear it, put your thumbs up for jungle and beast.
What causes us to change the way we feel?
I didn't used to like vegetables, and I even snarled at them if they were on my plate. But then my dad put melted cheese on some, and I tried nibbling on them, and I liked them.
Sometimes we can change how we feel by changing something else, like putting cheese on vegetables. Other times, we may notice that our feelings seem to change on their own. We may realize that someone we used to like isn't really a good friend. Or we might decide that a talkative classmate isn't so bad after all. We might also find that things we didn't used to like to do, such as playing a game or a sport, or even doing a chore, are more fun than we remembered. This week, you will learn that our feelings about someone or something can change. What causes you to change the way you feel?
All right, did you hear the word beast or jungle in that? No, I didn't either, but we'll hear it in the song. But what we did hear is that sometimes the way you feel about someone or something will change, and that's what happened in this book. At first, the lion felt like he would never need a mouse, and then later, his circumstances caused that to change the way he felt. And the mouse was afraid of the lion, and then once he helped the lion, they became friends. So the way the mouse felt about the lion changed also. Next, let's listen to the song, and you will hear beast and you will hear jungle in the song. So when you hear those words, go ahead and put your thumbs up at home. And this is kind of a cute song. It's got a cute little beat to it. I think you'll like it. There's beast right there.
In the jungle deep, snarled, snarled. The noise woke animals fast asleep, trembling in fright. Kings entangled in vines can't put up a fight. Nibbling mice will help him out. The king roams free tonight.
All right, next, let's look at main idea again. The main idea in that is there's a couple of main ideas, but the way you feel about someone can change. And also another main idea of that book is you never know when you might need someone's help, so always be nice to them. You should just be nice to them to be nice to them, not just because you think you might need them, but that's just one idea too.
Every story tells about something. The main idea or theme is what the story is all about. It's the idea that connects everything in the story. What is going on here? It looks like everyone is going to school.
I ride my bike. We walk to school. My grandma drives me. We take the school bus.
Can you think of how all these things are connected? What do you think the main idea might be? The main idea is that children get to school in different ways. All of these pieces of information help us figure out the main idea or theme. Time for class!
All right, now we're going to watch the video about sentences. You need to listen carefully. What it tells us about sentences, if it'll do its thing. It may not want to do its thing. It's not doing its thing right now, but that's okay. No, it's ready. It's just slow.
We're going to sing you a little grammar song about a little group of words that get along. A sentence is a group of words. Group of words. And the group of words tells a complete idea. A sentence always starts with the capital letter. An uppercase letter. And it comes to an end with a punctuation mark. Now a sentence can be a statement or a question. Statement or question, and we know which one it is from how it ends. A period signals the end of a statement, end of a statement, and a question always ends with a question mark. How are the waves? How are the waves? The waves are cool, they totally rule. We're going to sing you a little grammar song about a little group of words that get along. No matter what kind of sentence you decide to write, there are two important parts that you will use. The subject's what the sentence is all about. And the predicate is the action that you choose. An example of a subject is Adam and Kim. It tells us who or what the sentence is about. Now the predicate of this sentence is play at the beach. It's the action that the subject's acting out. Adam and Kim play at the beach. Adam and Kim play at the beach. So you see, a sentence is a very special group of words indeed. It makes it fun for us to read.
All right, that had some really important stuff about sentences, especially about the first word needs to be, the first letter in the first word needs to be capital uppercase, and then you need to have a punctuation mark, and that the sentence has a subject. So those are some important things you need to remember. Now, if you will take out your paper that looks like this, we're going to work on this together. Okay. We have some words at the top, and those are our sight words. I want you to look at your paper, and because you're probably not going to see mine all that great, so look at yours, and I will talk you through it, okay? If you'll look at the top, look at the word bank at the top. The word bank is way up here at the top. Let me just bring this paper over here. This is the word bank, right here, at the top. They, of, you, we. We practiced reading these words, except for of, I think, yesterday on our reading practice. They, of, you, and we. Now look at the first group of words. It says, can see the dog. Now, we know that there's more than one kid there. And so it could be they can see the dog, or it could be we can see the dog. We're just going to leave that alone for just a second, and we'll come back to it because we've got to see what the other. We kind of need to see what the other sentences use, see which word it is we're going to need. The next sentence says, I see a lot of dogs. It says, I see a lot, and then it's blank, dogs. That word will need to be of. So you'll write of in this blank. They can run to you. You'll put you in this one, Y-O-U-U. The next one, ran to me. Okay, so now we know it's going to be they ran to me, because it wouldn't be we ran to me. So we know now that the word they will need to come in this last sentence, and that the word we will need to be in the first sentence. I'm going to write it on my paper. Then I will show you what it will look like. But I think you can do it without me. The first sentence will read, we can see the dog. The second sentence will read, I see a lot of dogs. They can run to me, no, to you, the word's you, Y-O-U. And they ran to me. You're getting a nice view of my head, but that's okay. They ran to me. We can see the dog. I see a lot of dogs. They can run to you. They ran to me. Okay, now let's look at these sentences again. I will just bring it over here with me because I can't make that look right. Let's listen to the first sentence. We can see the dog. Let's count the words in that sentence. We can see the dog. How many words? 5. I see a lot of dogs. Okay, let's count it. I see a lot of dogs. That sentence had 6 words. They can run to you. They can run to you. 5 words. They ran to me. You do that one. Count the words in the sentence. They ran to me. 4 words. Okay, next we have sentences at the bottom, and you're going to read the sentence. Ron can see the rod. You will illustrate that sentence, which means draw a picture. You know what illustrate means. The next sentence is mop pen is my. Now, is that a sentence? No, that does not make sense. Mop pen is my. You'll just put a big X here. You can't illustrate something that does not make sense. The next sentence is mom is at the top. That makes sense. You could draw a heel and draw mom standing at the top. So we could illustrate that sentence because it is a sentence. These are words you should be able to read all by yourself. Okay, so you're going to draw there. Okay. I think you can remember to do that. And I'm going to talk to you right now about our reader. This reader has words that everyone in our class should be able to read. It has words that you can decode, and it has sight words that we already know. The title of this reader is A Cap for Tom. Tom can have a cap. It is the cap on, I can't read backwards, is the cap on Tom is asking a question. It says Tom can have a cap. Is the cap on Tom? Okay, next. The cap is not on Tom. See the cap. The cap is not on Tom. It is on the rat. Oh, dear heavens. The rat's wearing Tom's cap. It is not on the rat. It is in the pot. Okay, I've read these words to you so that you will know the words and be more familiar with them when you are reading this book on your own.